Hello students, I am Priyanka Kulkarni. Today I will explain inverse of a matrix using elementary row operations. In my previous video, I have already explained the definition of inverse of a matrix and condition for the invertible matrices, and also I have discussed elementary operations. Today I'll explain the method and some tricks to find the inverse of matrix using elementary row operations. So today we will discuss only about the elementary row operation and to find the inverse of a matrix. First, I'll explain the method. Suppose if we have to find inverse of a matrix A. The inverse of a matrix A is denoted by A raised to minus 1. We read it as inverse of matrix A or A inverse. To find the A inverse, that is inverse of matrix A, using elementary row operation, the method is first write the equation A is equal to I into A. What is this I? I is the identity matrix. You have to take the order of identity matrix same as the order of given matrix A. We already know that identity matrix into any matrix A gives us the same matrix A. So we can easily write this equation A is equal to I into A. Now to this equation, apply elementary row operation. We already know that if I apply elementary row operation, for example, if I interchange any two rows of the matrix A, then the resultant matrix will be another matrix. That is, the matrix A get changed to another matrix after applying the operation. Now, apply sequence of elementary row operation on this equation in such a way that this matrix A in the LHS of the equation get reduced to identity matrix and the matrix I in the RHS of the equation get reduced to any other matrix. After applying the operations on identity, this will get changes to another matrix, say matrix B. And we have to keep this matrix A as it is. Why to reduce the equation A is equal to I into A to the form I equal to B? Remember the condition of invertible matrices. We know that if A into B is equal to B into A is equal to I, this condition is satisfied, then matrix B will be the inverse of matrix A. Now observe the equation I equal to BA is same as the equation BA is equal to I. Now in this condition, what is this B? B is the inverse of A. So here also we say that matrix B is the inverse of matrix A. So we have obtained the inverse of a matrix by reducing the equation A equal to IA to the form I is equal to B. And the matrix A inverse which you obtain here will satisfy this condition, that is A into B is equal to B into A is equal to I. Or if you are writing it as the inverse, then you can write A into A inverse is equal to A inverse into A is equal to I. This is the method to find the inverse of the matrix. Method is very simple. I will recall that once again. The method is first write the equation A is equal to I into A. Apply sequence of elementary row operation on this equation in such a way that the matrix A in the LHS get reduced to identity matrix and apply the same operation on identity matrix in the RHS. Then this identity matrix will get reduced to some another matrix B and keep the matrix A as it is in the RHS. we do not apply any operation on this matrix A in the RHS because we have to keep this A as it is to get the form BA is equal to I. Then the matrix B which you obtain here will be the inverse of matrix A. Let us solve some examples and also we will discuss important tricks. First one, find the inverse of matrix A containing the elements 2, 1, 7, 4. First, let us consider the given matrix as matrix A. Now, what is the method to find the inverse of A? First, we write this equation. So, I will write the equation A is equal to I into A. Now, substitute the matrix A in the LHS. Matrix A is here. I will substitute in the LHS of the equation. This is 2, 1, 7, 4. In the RHS, we have identity matrix. Identity matrix should be of same order of the given matrix A. So, matrix I will have the order 2. As we have to keep this A as it is, in this form, we write the matrix A as it is. We do not substitute the matrix A in the equation. What is the next step? Apply the row operations to this equation till this equation get reduced to the form I is equal to B. Here matrix A is of order 2. Then the identity matrix which you obtain also must be of order 2. You have to reduce this equation in this form. Now, we have to apply the elementary row operation. Now note that the main thing in this is reducing the matrix A into identity. If you reduce this A into identity, then automatically on applying the same operation on the identity in the RHS, this will get reduced to inverse. We mainly concentrate on reducing A to identity. Then how can you apply the operation? This is the main thing here. The actual game starts in applying the operation and reducing A into identity. Let us recall the elementary row operations which we have studied. We know that there are 3 elementary row operations. First one is interchange of any 2 rows. We can interchange any 2 rows. Second one, we can multiply a non-zero number to any row. Third, Ri changes to Ri plus Krj. Adding elements of ith row to the corresponding elements of jth row, which is multiplied by k. You can use any of these operations to reduce the matrix into identity. Now here, even though you know all the row operations, there is a maximum possibility that the matrix B which you obtain after reducing A into identity may not be the exact inverse of it. You may get the wrong result. This happens because of not following the proper method to reduce the matrix A into identity. So you have to be very careful in reducing A into identity to get the proper result. We already know that inverse of the matrix A, if it exists, is always unique. You cannot get more than one result for particular inverse. You cannot have more than one inverses of any matrix. You have to get the exact inverse, so you have to follow the proper way to reduce the matrix into identity. Then what is the method? The method is, first, make the first element of A to 1. First element of A has to be reduced to 1. This is the first step. And then, using first row and applying the row operation, you have to reduce the element lying in second row first column to 0. That is, you have to reduce this element lying in second row first column to 0. This is the second step. And then third step is reduce the element lying in second row second column to 1. Third step, reduce the element lying in second row second column to 1. Last step is using second row and applying the row operation. Reduce the element lying in first row second column to 0. Fourth step, you have to follow the same method and you have to reduce the elements in the same order. First make the first element 1, then make the element lying in second row first column to 0, and then reduce the element lying in second row second column to 1, and lastly you have to reduce the element lying in first row second column to 0. You have to follow this path. We can say it is a U path. First make this 1 and then this 0, 1 and here 0. In this way we reduce. To reduce this we apply the elementary row operation. Again you have to apply the operation in a proper way to reduce the matrix in this form. Now listen carefully. I will explain the method to reduce this matrix into identity. First step is reduce the first element to 1. How can we reduce this? The method is multiply. 2 is in first row. So multiply first row by reciprocal of the first element. First element is 2. Its reciprocal is 1 by 2. Multiply 1 by 2 to R1. Observe here, 1 by 2 into 2 gives us 1. And also we have to reduce this 2 to 1 only. In this way we can reduce 2 to 1. And remember that we cannot apply the operation to only one element or some element of the row. We have to apply the operation to the entire row, that is to each of the element of the row. So we cannot multiply 1 by 2 to only one element to make the first element as 1. You have to multiply this 1 by 2 to entire row. So we are multiplying 1 by 2 to R1. And where do you have to write the result? We have to make the first element 1, means the result has to be written in first row only. So we write R1 changes to, this result has to be written in first row. So first row changes to 1 by 2 times of R1. Let us apply this operation here. We are changing first row. Multiply 1 by 2 to first element of R1. 1 by 2 into 2 is 1. Multiply 1 by 2 to the second element. 1 by 2 into 1 is 1 by 2. We have changed R1 and we keep the elements of R2 as it is. That is, I will write this 7 and 4 as it is. Now, the same operation has to be applied on the identity matrix in the RHS also. Then, multiply 1 by 2 to first element of R1. 1 by 2 into 1 is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 into second element of R1. 1 by 2 into 0 is 0. Keep the elements of second row as it is. I'll write 0, 1 as it is. Into matrix A. We are not applying any operation on this A. Now observe here, we have completed first step. We have reduced the first element to 1. Now we will go to the second step. Second step is reduce the element lying in second row first column to 0 using the first row. To reduce this element to 0, we use first row. How can you use first row? Observe here. If I multiply this 1 by 7, then 7 into 1 is 7, and subtract this result from the second row, then we get 7 minus 7 is 0. If I write this result in second row, then this element will get reduced to 0. And we have to apply the operation to entire row, not only some element. We multiply 7 to entire row, first row, and subtract this first row from this second row. Let us apply the operation. Multiply 7 to first row and subtract this result from second row. Where do you have to write this result? We have to change the element of second row to the 0. So we have to write the result in second row. This will become, we are not changing first row, keep the elements of first row as it is. Now in the second row, first term of the operation is R2. The first element of R2 is 7 minus this 7 as it is into R1. First element of R1 is 1. 7 minus 7 into 1. 7 minus 7 is 0. So this element will get reduced to 0. Similarly, next element. Second element of R2 is 4 minus 7 into R1. Second element of R1 is 1 by 2. 4 minus 7 by 2. Here LCM is 2. 4 into 2. 8 minus 7 by 2, which is equal to 1 by 2. Then this element will become 1 by 2. Now apply the same operation in the RHS also. First row as it is. In the second row, R2, first element of R2 is 0. Minus 7 into R1, first element of R1 is 1 by 2. 0 minus 7 into 1 by 2 is minus 7 by 2. Similarly for the second element of R2 is 1 minus 7 into R1, second element of R1 is 0. 7 into 0 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. And write this matrix A as it is. We have completed second step. We have reduced second element, that is element lying in second row, first column to 0. Now let us move to the third step to reduce the element lying in second row, second column to 1. How can you do this? To reduce this element to 1, we do not use the first row. If you add or subtract the first row from the second row, then the 1 has to be added or subtracted to 0. Then this 0 will get changed to any other number, but we have to get this element as 0 in the identity matrix. So we do not use first row here. How can you reduce this element to 1 then? The method is, we have to change second row, then R2 has to be changed to make this 1. Multiply the reciprocal of this element here. Reciprocal of 1 by 2 is 2. Multiply 2 to R2. We are changing R2. We keep the elements of first row as it is. The elements of first row are 1, 1 by 2. I will write them as it is here. 1, 1 by 2. Now, the operation is R2 changes to 2 into R2. Multiply 2 to each of the elements of R2. Multiply 2 to the first element of R2. 2 into 0 is 0. I'll write the result here. Similarly, multiply 2 to the second element of R2. 2 into 1 by 2. 2 get cancelled. Then we get 1. Apply the same operation in the RHS also. I'll write the elements of first row as it is. 1 by 2, 0 as it is. multiply 2 to each of the elements of second row. 2 into minus 7 by 2. 2 get cancelled. We get minus 7. 2 into 1 is 2. And I have written this matrix A as it is. We have reduced element lying in second row, second column to 1. We have completed third step here. Now the last step is to reduce this element to 0. How do you reduce the element lying in first row, second column to 0? You have to use second row to make this element 0. Now observe here. If I multiply this element by 1 by 2. 1 into 1 by 2 is 1 by 2. Subtract this result from the element 1 by 2. Then what happens? 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 will be 0. So we can make this element 0. But we know that we cannot apply the operation to only one element. We have to apply to entire row. So instead of multiplying 1 by 2 to this element, we say multiply 1 by 2 to entire second row. 1 by 2 into R2. Subtract this result from not the one element, subtract this from entire first row. So I'll write R1 minus 1 by 2 R2. And where do you write the result? We have to change this element lying in first row to 0. So we write the result in first row. R1 changes to R1 minus 1 by 2 R2. Let us apply this operation. First term is R1. First element of R1 is 1 minus this 1 by 2 as it is into R2. First element of R2 is 0. I will multiply it here. 1 by 2 into 0 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. We write this new element in R1. Similarly, the second element. Second element of R1 is 1 by 2 minus this 1 by 2 as it is into R2. Second element of R2 is 1. 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 is 0. I will write this result here. We have changed first row and we keep the elements of second row as it is. Now let us apply this operation in RHS also. RHS will become, first term is R1. First element of R1 is 1 by 2 minus this 1 by 2 as it is into R2. First element of R2 is minus 7. Minus into minus plus, then this will become 1 by 2 plus 7 by 2. Here the LCM is 2. 2 as it is. Numerator 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 upon 2 is 4. Then the first element in the RHS will become 4. I will write 4 here. For the second element of R1 is 0 minus this 1 by 2 as it is into R2. Second element of R2 is here 2. 2 get cancelled. 0 minus 1 is minus 1. I will write the result here. 4 minus 1 are the elements of first row, and I'll write the elements of second row as it is. Minus 7, 2. Now observe here. The matrix in the LHS has reduced to identity matrix, and this equation is in the form I is equal to B into A. The matrix B is here. Once if you have reduced the equation A equal to I into A in this form, then we say matrix B is the inverse of A. Therefore, we write A inverse is equal to this matrix containing the elements 4, minus 1, minus 7, 2. We have determined inverse of the matrix. So this is the method to reduce the given matrix A into identity matrix and to find the inverse of A. You can apply the same method to any matrix of order 2. That is, matrix containing any type of element. But the first element of the matrix should not be 0. What happens if the first element will become 0? Observe here. In the first step, we are multiplying the reciprocal of first element to R1. If the first element will become 0, then reciprocal of 0 is 1 by 0. 1 by 0 is not defined. We cannot apply this operation here. So to use this method, the first element should not be 0. If the first element is non-zero, then you can apply this method to any such matrix, and you can treat this as a general method to find the inverse. I'll revise this general method once again. What is the method? To reduce the first element to 1. First element of the matrix A to 1. Multiply first row by the reciprocal of the first element. Here 2 is the first element, its reciprocal is 1 by 2. Multiply 1 by 2 to first row. Then the first element will get reduced to 1. After making this 1, to reduce the element lying in second row first column to 0, you have to use first row. How do you apply the operation? Multiply first row by the value of this element lying in second row first column. R1 is multiplied by this element and subtract this row from second row. Write this result in R2. Then this element will get reduced to 0. After making this 0, third step is to reduce the element lying in second row second column to 1. To make this element 1, it is very easy. Multiply this row by the reciprocal of this value. 1 by 2, its reciprocal is 2. Multiply second row by 2. Multiplying a value or a number by its reciprocal give us 1. Then this will become 1. After making this 1, using this row, reduce this element 0. How do you reduce? Multiply second row by the value of this element. Here, the element lying in first row second column is 1 by 2. Multiply 1 by 2 to second row and subtract this from first row. You will get this element will reduce to 0. This is the method. Now remember, to reduce in identity matrix, we have to get the diagonal element 1. So wherever you have to get the element 1, the trick is multiply that particular row by the reciprocal of that element. Here to get the first element 1, I have multiplied first row by reciprocal of first element. Similarly, to get this element, that is element lying in second row second column 1, multiply the element lying in second row, second column by its reciprocal. That is, multiply second row by its reciprocal. Whenever you have to reduce the element to 1, you just have to multiply that row by the reciprocal of that element. Similarly, to reduce these elements 0, you have to use another row. To reduce this element 0, use the first row. Observe here. To reduce this element 0, I have used the first row. Multiply this value to the first row. Subtract the result from the second row. Similarly, to reduce this element 0, I have used the second row. Multiply this value to second row and subtract this result from first row. So this is the trick. Let us solve another example. Second, find the inverse of a matrix using elementary row operation containing the elements here 4, 5, 3, 4. Here I considered given matrix as matrix A. In order to apply elementary row operation, we write the equation A is equal to I into A. Substitute the matrix A in the LHS. Matrix A is 4, 5, 3, 4. I will write here. In the RHS, we have identity matrix. Identity matrix must have the order same as the order of given matrix. So I will write the identity matrix of order 2. And keep this matrix A as it is. What is the method? Reduce this equation in the form I is equal to B into A. That is to reduce matrix A into identity matrix. What is the first step? Make the first element 1. Remember, whenever we have to make the element 1, what we have to do? We have to multiply that particular row by the reciprocal of this first element. We have to make this element, that is element 4 to 1 means multiply this row by the reciprocal of the element, first element 4. Multiply first row by reciprocal of 4. We are changing first row, then I write the changes which we have made in first row. Let us apply the operation. 1 by 4 into R1 means multiply 1 by 4 to each of the elements of R1. 1 by 4 into 4 is 1. 1 by 4 into 5 is 5 by 4. Keep the elements of second row as it is. I will write 3 and 4 as it is in the second row. Next, we will apply the same operation in the RHS. Multiply 1 by 4 to the first row of RHS. 1 by 4 into 1 is 1 by 4. 1 by 4 into 0 is 0. And I will write the elements of second row as it is. To make this element 1, multiply first row by the reciprocal of first element. We have completed first step. Now to make the element lying in second row first element 0. Whenever we have to make the element 0, we use another row. How do you use? Multiply first row by the value of this element which we have to make 0. Here this element is 3. Multiply 3 to first row and subtract this result from second row. Multiply 3 to first row, subtract this result from second row. We have to make the element lying in second row to 0 means we are changing second row. Write the result in second row. We are changing second row. Keep the elements of first row as it is. 1 5 by 4 as it is in the R1. In the second row, first term is R2. First element of R2 is 3. I will write 3 here. Minus this 3 as it is. Into R1. First element of R1 is 1. 3 minus 3 is 0. Then this element will get changed to 0. Similarly, for the second element. Second element of R2 is 4. Minus 3 as it is. R1. Second element of R1 is 5 by 4. 4 minus 3 into 5, 15 upon 4. We have to take LCM here. LCM is 4. 4 into 4, 16. Numerator will become 16 minus 15. 16 minus 15 is 1. 1 upon 4. Then the element get changed to here 1 upon 4. Apply the same operations in the RHS. I will write the elements of first row as it is. In the second row, R2, element of R2 is 0 minus this 3 as it is. R1, element of R1 is 1 by 4. Minus 3 into 1 by 4 is minus 3 by 4. 0 minus 3 by 4 is minus 3 by 4. I will write this here. Similarly for the second elements. R2, second element of R2 is 1. Minus 3 as it is. R1, second element of R1 is 0. Minus 3 into 0, 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. I will write this 1 here. And we keep this matrix A as it is. We have completed second step by reducing element lying in second row first column to 0. Now the third step is to make this element 1. How do you make this element 1? We already know that to make any element 1, we just have to multiply that row by the reciprocal of the value of this element. Here we have to make the element 1 by 4 to 1 means multiply this row by the reciprocal of 1 by 4. Reciprocal of 1 by 4 is 4. I will multiply second row by 4. We have to reduce the element lying in second row to 1 means we have to write the changes we have made in R2. Keep the elements of first row as it is. I will write 1 5 by 4 as it is. Multiply 4 to each of the elements of second row. 4 into 0 is 0. 4 into 1 by 4 is 4 get cancelled. It is equal to 1. Apply the same operations in the RHS. We keep the elements of first row as it is. 1 by 4, 0 as it is in the first row. In the second row, multiply 4 to each of the element. 4 into minus 3 by 4. 4 get cancelled. We get minus 3. 4 into 1. 4 into 1 is 4. I'll write 4 here. into matrix A as it is. We have reduced this element to 1. We have completed third step. Next, the fourth step is to reduce the element lying in first row, second column to 0. Whenever we have to make any element 0, we use another row. How do you apply the operation? Multiply the second row by the same value of this element, that is 5 by 4, and subtract this row from R1. Multiply 5 by 4 to R2 and subtract this result from R1. We are changing element of first row. We write the changes in first row. Let us apply this operation. R1, first element of R1 is 1 minus 5 by 4 as it is. R2, first element of R2 is 0. 5 by 4 into 0 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. I will write the element here. Similarly, for the second elements, R1, second element of R1 is 5 by 4 minus 5 by 4 as it is into R2, second element of R2 is 1. 5 by 4 minus 5 by 4 is 0. I will write the 0 here. We have changed the elements of first row. Now, the elements of second row are written as it is. I have written 0, 1 in R2 as it is. Now, apply the same operation in the RHS. The first term in the operation is R1. The first element of R1 is 1 by 4 minus 5 by 4 as it is into R2. The first element of R2 is minus 3. Minus into minus plus 5 into 3, 15. So this will become 1 by 4 plus 15 by 4. Here the LCM is 4. Then the numerator will be 1 by 1 plus 15. 1 plus 15 is 16. 16 upon 4 is 4. So the first element in the RHS will become 4. Similarly, for the second element of R1 is here 0 minus 5 by 4 as it is. R2, second element of R2 is 4. 4 get cancelled. 0 minus 5 is minus 5. Then the second element of R1 is minus 5. We have changed the elements of first row in the RHS and we keep the elements of second row as it is. I'll write the elements of second row as it is. Now observe, we have reduced the matrix in the LHS to identity matrix. Now this equation is in the form I is equal to B into A, where B is this matrix and this is the inverse of the matrix A. Therefore, a matrix A is containing the elements 4, minus 5, minus 3, 4. This is the inverse of the matrix A. The method which I explained in this examples can be applied to any matrix of order 2 with the first element non-zero. This method gives you the exact result, that is, you will get the correct inverse of the given matrix. You can also go for other tricks to reduce the matrix A into identity, but you have to be very careful that you have to get the exact inverse of the matrix, because there will be a maximum possibility to get the wrong results. And we know that the inverse of the matrix, if it exists, is always unique. We cannot have more than one inverse of any matrix or two distinct inverses of a matrix. So to get the exact inverse, you can use the method which I explained. And that method is applicable to any matrix of order 2 with a non-zero first element. Now what happens if the first element is 0? For example, I'll write the matrix containing the element 0, 2, 1, 4. Now let us try to find the inverse of this matrix. To find the inverse, first we consider the given matrix as matrix A. Then we write the equation A is equal to I into A in order to apply the elementary row operation. Substitute the matrix A here. And I'll write the identity matrix in the RHS into A as it is. As I said that the method is first reduce the first element to 1. To reduce the element to 1, we know that we have to multiply that particular row by the reciprocal of value of the element, which has to be made 1. Here the first element is 0. Its reciprocal is 1 by 0, which is not defined. Then we cannot multiply the reciprocal of 0 to this row. Then how can you reduce the element to 1? It is very easy. Just interchange R1 and R2. Apply the operation R1 interchange with R2. That is, write the elements of R2 in place of R1 and elements of R1 in place of R2. Similarly, write the elements of R2 of the matrix in the RHS in place of R1. That is, I will write 0 and 1 in first row and elements of R1 in second row. I applied the same operation in the RHS also. Now observe here, we have obtained the first element non-zero. If the first element is non-zero, then we know the method to reduce the first element to 1. What it is? Multiply that particular first row with the reciprocal of the first element. But here, the first element is already 1. So the first step is done. This reduced our work. Then we directly go to the second step. That is to reduce the element lying in second row, first column to 0. Again here, the next element is also 0. Second step is already done. We are very lucky that here the first two steps are already done. Then we directly go to the third step to make the element lying in second row, second column to 1. We know that to reduce this element 1, we multiply this particular row by the reciprocal of the value of this element. Reciprocal of 2 is 1 by 2. Multiply 1 by 2 to second row. R2 changes to 1 by 2 into R2. Let us apply the operation. We are changing R2. I keep the elements of R1 as it is. 1, 4 as it is in the first row. In the second row, 1 by 2 into 0 is 0. 1 by 2 into 2. 2 get cancelled, we get 1. Similarly, in the RHS, elements of first row are 0 and 1. I will write these elements as it is. In the second row, multiply 1 by 2 to 1. It is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 into 0 is 0. We have reduced the third element to 1. Now the last step is to reduce the fourth, that is the element 4, element lying in first row second column to 0. How can you do this? To reduce the element 0, we use the another row. So multiply this another row, second row, by the value of this element, that is multiply second row by 4. Subtract this resultant row from first row. I will multiply 4 to second row and subtract this result from first row. We have to change the element lying in first row to 0, means we write this result in first row. Let us apply this operation. R1, first element of R1 is 1, minus this 4 as it is, into R2, first element of R2 is 0, 4 into 0 is 0, 1 minus 0 is 1. I have written the element 1 here. For the second element of R1 is 4 minus this 4 as it is. Then R2, second element of R2 is 1. 4 minus 4 is 0. We have changed first row. Now we keep the elements of second row as it is. Apply the same operations in the RHS. In the RHS, first element of R1 is 0. I'll write it here. 0 minus 4 as it is. R2, first element of R2 is 1 by 2. 2 ones are 2 twos are. 0 minus 2 into 1 is minus 2. First element will become minus 2. Next, for the second element, first term is R1. Second element of R1 is 1. Minus this 4 as it is. Into R2. Second element of R2 is 0. 4 into 0 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. Second element of first row will become 1. And we keep the elements of second row as it is. Into A. We have reduced the matrix in the LHS to identity. Now this equation is in the form I is equal to B into A. Then the matrix B is the inverse of the matrix A. Therefore, A inverse is equal to the matrix containing elements -2, 1, 1 by 2, 0. If the first element is 0, then interchange that with second row and then use the same method which I explained in the previous examples. You will get the inverse of the matrix. Now suppose if the first element of second row is also 0, then how can you reduce the first element of the matrix to 1? Observe here, we cannot interchange the two rows because both of the rows contains the first element 0. Then how can you reduce the first element of the matrix to 1 here? In this case, we cannot reduce the first element to 1 by applying any row operation. And we say that the inverse of the matrix does not exist in such cases. So note that if all elements of any column are 0, then the inverse of the matrix does not exist. The same will be applied for the row also. If all elements of any row are 0, then the inverse of the matrix does not exist. And suppose if after applying one or more row operations, if you are obtaining all elements of any row as 0, then also we say that the inverse of the matrix does not exist. This is an important note. Now observe one example so that you can understand this note. Let A be a matrix containing elements 1, 2, 2, 4. Now let us try to find the inverse of this. First we write the equation A equal to I into A. Substitute the matrix A in the LHS. And in the RHS, I will write the identity matrix. The method is first to make the first element 1. Here we already have the first element 1. We directly go to the second step. We have to make the element lying in second row first column 0. We already know how to make this element 0. Multiply first row by the value of this element and subtract this from the second row. I'll write the elements of first row as it is. In the second row, R2, first element of R2 is 2, minus this 2 as it is. R1, first element of R1 is 1, 2 minus 2 is 0. Then this element will become 0. For the second element of R2 is 4 minus 2 as it is into R1. Second element of R1 is 2. 2 into 2 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. Apply the same operations in the RHS. I'll write the elements of first row as it is. In the second row, first element of R2 is 0, minus 2 as it is. R1, first element of R1 is 1. 0 minus 2 into 1 is minus 2. I will write this here. For the second element of R2 is 1 minus this 2 into R1. Second element of R1 is 0. 2 into 0 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. Now observe here, we have completed the second step by reducing the element lying in second row first column to 0. Then the third step is to reduce the element lying in second row second column to 1, but here it is 0. Here all the elements of R2 is 0. Then by the note, we say that we got all the elements of the second row 0 after applying the row operation. Hence, the inverse of the matrix does not exist. Why we say this inverse doesn't exist? Observe here. After completing the second step, we have to make the third step 1. How can you reduce this 0 to 1? It is not possible by applying any row operations to reduce this 0 to 1. So we say it is not possible to find the inverse, and the inverse of the matrix does not exist. Remember, if all elements of any row are 0 after applying one or more operations, then the inverse of the matrix does not exist. So I have discussed the method to find the inverse and also the important note for which the inverse does not exist. Remember the method and try to solve some more example. This trick will be helpful for you to find the exact inverse. Thank you for watching.